Look at the water levels from Harvey inside the reservoir. This ball is probably 15 to 20 feet up in this tree. The water was at least that height. This silt here, just a few years ago, only came to about that point. Right now, after Harvey, it's basically going all the way across the lake now. A couple years ago, the silt stopped basically where that tree is. Walking through the woods next to Mason Creek, Buffalo Bayou. It's basically like a beach from all the silt that's inside of here. Mason Creek, Buffalo Bayou intersection. Mason Creek to the left, Buffalo Bayou here on the right. Also substantially clogged up with silt. Little island going across Mason Creek here. Buffalo Bayou. Buffalo Bayou, got another little island in the middle of the water. More tires. A little silt island. Little pond here, primarily mud. This is Buffalo Bayou right by Cinco Ranch at the entrance to the reservoir. Very shallow. You're looking at maybe a couple of inches at the deepest point here. all silt. You got a stranded fish there that got beached and dead. On top of that, what you have here is the most moronic job of desilting in history. About July 2016, they desilted this bayou, took all the silt, put it up in a mountain here on the side of the bayou, never removed it in a truck, just piled it the fuck here, left it here 20 feet high, and it's just sat there for over a year. So every time it rains, and when Harvey flooded over the top, it just takes the silt directly back in the fucking bayou. That is fucking stupidity. On top of that, there's an oxbow lake in the bayou directly behind that mound of silt, where you got alligators, turtles, snakes, etc. that go back and forth from the bayou. They can no longer do that because they're fucking stuck in there to this mountain of silt. Also, change the flow of the bayou here, where what you see, it's only a couple of inches deep. It's like this year-round now. They fucked it up. This used to be multiple feet deep here. Look the other direction. It's also nothing but silt going this way. The combination of the idiotic desilting job they did, fucking up the flow of the bayou, and Hurricane Harvey is what caused this. Silt that was removed from the sidewalk after Harvey. Unsurprisingly, it was left in a pile next to the bayou where it's going to wash back in again. Same fucking stupid way. Next to the bayou here, on the little concrete embankments, you see how high the silt is stacked up on top of those. Buffalo Bayou a little further down in the reservoir. Same mounds of silt stacked up on the concrete embankments. Go down the channel. There's no grass, it's just silt basically lining it. And up here on the top, this is all silt that didn't exist prior to Harvey. Mason Creek just inside of the reservoir. This thing has just absolutely collapsed due to all the water going through here. Mason Creek a little further in. Mason Creek. Some maps talk about this as the Mason Creek Diversion Channel. Basically, it's just a bunch of silt.